This will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
So now on comes the Dolphins offense as they'll try and go for two here. Following the fumble recovery, Fitzpatrick, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Here's 2nd and 10. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. New England on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 4th down. Okay, ready?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So now on comes the Dolphins offense as they'll try and go for 2 here. Following the fumble recovery, Fitzpatrick, it's caught at the 1. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Let's go now.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. Following the fumble recovery, Fitzpatrick, that's caught at the 1. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And now this is going to wind up a safety. Oh, what a disaster that turned out to be. So they try the lateral, disaster ensues. Yeah, and it's a safety. You got to be more careful with the ball near the end zone, right?
So much for situational football and understanding where you are on the field. A lateral in that spot? That I don't understand.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That is just a disaster by all accounts. It'll get marked where it went out of bounds, and this offense is going to start in plus territory. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. At Gets into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Patriots will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And this offense on third down today, can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be third. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So now on comes the Dolphins offense as he'll try and go for 2 here. Following the fumble recovery, Fitzpatrick, that's caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
McPherson is set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock. But the clock wasn't even moving. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Following the fumble recovery, Fitzpatrick, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
McPherson is set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So now then the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's now 3rd down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Toss play. This is Eric Dickerson. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Fitzpatrick. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Fitzpatrick going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Just clocked it, but the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
At the 60, at the 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And they just get the play off. Now Young, nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Just clocked it, but the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Let's go now.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Kevin McPherson is set to be gone.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here. Offensively at the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football.
Ready, break. Back at 60.
Young on 3rd down. And he wisely will throw that one away. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A carry for Dickerson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Dickerson. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. Man open. Harold Carmichael complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On first down, Dickerson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Ready up!
4th down, Fitzpatrick. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on first down. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle they go. Dickerson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fitzpatrick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Fitzpatrick. That is caught by Carmichael. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give left side. It's Dickerson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Here's Steve Young. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen two teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played. Well, by one of the teams anyway.
McPherson's kick is good. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Now Young. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And he's got some space here. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Bettis. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they run with Bettis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So a pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So now for